always, I'm the best. I want to be the best. I'm better than him or
Participation
her.
award.
They want to be the best in general, not the best they can be, but better than other people. Do you feel like that's required to be an athlete in a way? Even some humble athletes have that instilled in them, but just don't show that.
Yeah, I think it's yes and no. I suppose. I mean, like, I think there's so much different answers for this. Like with, like you said, the participation award. I think that's absolute garbage. Everyone gets.
I hate it. I hate it. It's ridiculous.
It's just like embarrassing in a way. Yeah.
Well, that takes the competitiveness out of it, and I think. And that's just like people got to learn that it's not all rainbows and butterflies as much as you'd like it to be.
Hockey, yeah.
But like, I definitely think like I reckon as a kid I would always say like, I would always think to myself, it's like, I'm better than that kid. I was like, why aren't I playing? Or like, I'm better than that. Like you're always telling yourself like that. I think that's just what you believe, and if you believe that, I think it's going to show out in the field and that. But like, don't go around telling them I'm bloody better than you. What are you doing?
You back it up, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You try not to, and like with being Australian and the tall poppy syndrome, like you can't say that you're good because
you got to be careful with that one. Yeah, exactly.
Kyrgios syndrome. I feel like that happens with Nick Kyrgios a lot. He's just a really good example. Like, obviously he's really good, but if he goes out and say, I'm better than him, everyone goes, arrogance. That's arrogance.
That's why people don't like Kyrgios, mate. Like Kyrgios has got a lot of confidence.
You got to have some arrogance. I feel like to be the best. Like, you got to even Federer would have in tennis, like that arrogance. I'm going to beat him kind of thing.
Yeah,
but I feel like it's not valued enough in today.
No, well, like, I mean, you look at the American NBA, NFL, they're always telling people that they're better than the next bloke that they're lining up against. Like, he can't beat me. Who's that? Who's that? So that's accepted over there, So, I mean, that's just the way it is. And like, we're in a different country, obviously, and that's just the way we are.
In regards to encouragement and advice from others, whether it be teammates or whether it be people who just see you playing sport on weekends, for example, I don't know if you do that, but let's use that as an example, put that aside. How do you, and you've mentioned that you will tell someone that they're physically not the best compared to the NBA, obviously you'll encourage this. So I want to know, in regards to advice and encouragement, what are you doing as someone who is a star AFL player and helping someone who is aspiring to be like you?
Encouragement. I mean, everyone takes encouragement or feedback, I suppose, in a different way, and everyone gives it in a different way. I mean, I've had to really work on that myself with the way, because I'm an emotional competitor and like it sort of pours out of me in the game. And
we see that after every goal you kick, mate. We see you go crazy, mate.
But yeah, that's the thing. And like, I can lose my shit at certain things as well, and sort of, not mean anything that I say, but like just be so frustrated and so in the moment. You blurt out a whole lot of just gibberish and bullshit that, people will take offense to it because it's just absolutely in the moment and an emotional outburst, I suppose. So I've done a lot of just thinking, and whenever I'm either try and take a couple of breaths and then try and give that what I'm feeling, try to put it into proper words and not swearing my head off or yelling at someone or an umpire or something like that, and try and just ask the question and or pull someone up on something that I think that they shouldn't have done, or what players you can yell out and give them a spray, and then they'll turn around and be like, yeah. And all there's other blokes who turn around, you could be standing there and just having an absolute argument with if you don't say it the right way, So there's always certain ways. For encouragement, I think it's just literally helping someone, Like, I don't think, I'm not huge on it, like, with my words and encouraging people like that. I'd rather go and show someone sort of how to do it or what I do.
So more like you'd more like want to be an idol in that word. Like, I'm not saying you want to be that, like but it's just to explain it in that regards, like for someone to idolize how you play and emulate in that regard.
A little bit, but like I think it's more like for that person to find their own sort of way of doing things, where like, because everyone's different, and like I've had a lot of trouble since getting to Port Adelaide with my goal kicking, and like previously I was, like I was very accurate and that, but like more pressure, more people, and all that sort of stuff is sort of like, and that's the sort of thing that I've sort of struggled with. But like I had to go back and watch YouTube clips of me playing for the Gold Coast just to see how I was kicking the footy, and then I was like, oh yeah, that's right, and then just try and work back into that sort of confidence, and you start hearing that outside noise about people telling you can't kick, you can't do this, and all that sort of stuff, and you're like, oh man, shit, maybe I can't do it. I'm like, but I always say to people like who are sort of learning, or young blokes who are learning to sort of kick goal, like set shots and all that sort of stuff, and just say like, do what's right for you, what feels good for you. Like I do this, but you don't do what I do. Just find something that's comfortable for you and where you can kick the ball and have a routine. And then if you find out that it works for you, like start critiquing it as you sort of like get into it, and then you lock something down, and then you sort of get into that routine where you sort of repetition. But I don't try to, force my game style or my way I kick or anything on anyone else. It's just try and be helpful, I suppose.